What's up, you guys? It's Bonnie and I'm back with another video. So by the time I actually post this video, I will be getting ready to leave for Alaska. So I thought this would be the perfect time to make this video. This is going to be all about what do I plan on learning while I'm in Alaska. I've talked a lot about how I think travel is important for self-development and how I think we can learn things along the way through traveling. And so that's something I want to talk about because I do have a pretty long list of goals of things that I want to learn while I'm in Alaska. So the first thing is this is my first real solo travel trip, especially my first solo travel via plane. So that is super exciting. You know, just being in a new state, being on a plane, being on a train, being in all kinds of different hotels and hostels, just lots of solo travel. So that is something that's really exciting, and that's definitely something that I am going to need to work on. Another thing is I am going to be practicing my both Spanish and Chinese. I'm getting pretty far along in my Spanish. I've literally just started my Chinese, so I'm gonna, you know, advance on that a little, hopefully make a little bit of progress, get to the point where, you know, I might sound like a very, very young toddler, but we'll see what happens with that. I am also hoping at some point to learn how to drive a stick shift, being that I will be in a campground. I feel like the option may come up. I feel like I might get the opportunity to practice with a trailer on the back, or like practice backing something up to a trailer, and those are things that I feel like could be very convenient. I've talked about how I want to do van life, and you know, to me, I don't really know what that means. It could mean, you know, like a truck with like a teardrop on the back. It could mean an actual van. To me, that means a vehicle situation that I sleep in, but I'm not specific on it being a van per se when I say van life, so it's just something I want to throw out there. I also want to practice shooting a gun. Being in Alaska, that seems like a great place to learn it. I have shot a gun before, but I'm by no means comfortable doing it, and again, with me doing van life, with me living in the wilderness, like there are a lot of reasons why that could be important in my life. So that is another thing that I plan on learning in Alaska. Also, how to start a fire, like, you know, without like a match and kerosene, and also how to cook on a fire, because it's just something that's really never come up. Like, I mean, I've built a fire, but we always just like, you know, get out some gas and a lighter or a match, and like I've never had to like legitimately start a fire. I also want to practice making jelly. I took a foraging class last summer, and I did make jam with my class. I don't remember if it was jelly or jam, but I made that with my class, and I have not done that by myself yet, so that's more of a I want to practice to make sure I know how to do it alone kind of thing. And then also I want to practice jarring jam, because I know there is like a special process with jarring it and sealing it to preserve the food, so I want to practice that while I'm in Alaska, since I do plan on making all this jam. That seems important to learn. And then lastly, I want to learn some basic carpentry skills. That goes back to, you know, I want van life. For me, whatever I live in, it's probably going to be some very basic thing that I build out a very basic setup. So for me to know how to do basic carpentry so I can, you know, make a frame of a bed and things like that could be really useful. And these all seem like skills that I could very easily pick up while I'm in the state. With the Spanish and the Chinese, those are the things I just keep doing on my phone. I plan on having unlimited data, and then they've said that they have Wi-Fi. I don't really know how good it is, but that'll be there, so hopefully it'll be good enough service and Wi-Fi that I'll be able to do those. And then everything else, I feel like I'm going to be in the perfect environment to learn these things. So those are my goals for what I want to learn with my travel. If you guys are working on any kind of travels right now, let me know where you're traveling. Let me know what you're going to learn while you're there, because I feel like that's one of the best parts of traveling, is you learn something every time you travel. And hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to talk to you again soon.